What I am about to reveal will make your heart race, my beloved child. Do not scroll past this moment. Do not let your mind bargain away the still, small voice that calls you now. Don't skip, because this is not ordinary news. This is a letter wrapped in light and threaded with destiny. Stay till the end, for something huge is waiting for you. The heavens lean in, the angels pause their wings, and the universe adjusts its breath because a missive, small in size but thunderous in consequence, is traveling toward your hands. You will feel it before you open it. A tremor behind the ribs, a sudden remembering of prayers you thought were forgotten. Don't skip. Stay till the end, my chosen one, my beloved. Hear this as if I stand beside you with a hand upon your heart. I see the way you have carried secrecy and hope together, like two fragile candles in a dark room. I see your waiting and your wondering, the ledger of hurts and small miracles you keep tucked away. The angels whisper your name, and the sound is a lamp lighting your path. Your name was written beside this promise long before you placed your first footprint upon the earth of your tomorrow. God says, the time of revelation has come. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. There is a letter, and it comes with a scent of rain on dry soil, a scent that reminds you of childhood summers and of the patience that is patient enough to make mountains move. This letter will not be ordinary paper folded from one hand to another. It is a scroll of destiny, an envelope sealed by timing itself. You won't believe who sent it. The sender is not only a name you recognize, it is also a voice you have expected and a stranger you have not yet met. The sender carries both bloodline and blessing, both accountability and abundance. Stay till the end, for the blush of the revelation will warm you and then change you. The path that leads to this moment has been paved in divine choreography. Angels have been arranging small coincidences like stones, aligning conversations, opening doors that seemed sealed, and closing ones that would have led you astray. Do you remember the phone call you thought accidental? The text you almost deleted? The neighbor who mentioned a name and then left? These are not accidents. These are the soft taps of the universe saying, move, look, open. Don't skip. The countdown has already begun. You have been told that inheritance is only about gold and land, about numbers and signatures. That is a small earthly truth, and it serves a purpose. Yet this inheritance you're about to receive is wider. It is a legacy of forgiveness, a heritage of restored dignity, a string of ancestral promises being returned to you like seeds. It contains a title deed that touches not only material wealth, but also the unlocking of a purpose that has been waiting inside your ribs to exhale. This is not merely legacy, this is liberation. Stay till the end. There will be people who will try to name you by your lack, who will attempt to wrap your story in the narrow cloth of what you have not yet achieved. Ignore their ledger. God says, I have kept accounts that are invisible to the world. Angels say, we have preserved your portion. Your name was written beside this promise on a page that does not age. Do not let anyone tell you that the past defines you. There is a ledger of grace that opens today. Don't skip. The arrival of this letter will feel miraculous because miracles always arrive like daylight breaking. Soft at first, then undeniable. You might think the mailroom, the postman, the courier, the unexpected email delivery, these mundane hands are the instruments of heaven's orchestration. You won't believe who sent it until you hear the name and feel the history and the vowels of it. And yet even the name is less important than the voice behind the name, a voice that says, I have chosen you. I remember you. Receive what was held back. The angels tilt their wings toward you in quiet applause. Stay till the end. Do not be afraid of the shock that will visit you when the signature meets your eyes. Shock is a portal. Let it wash over you without building walls. Let the astonishment be the first language you speak with the newness that arrives. Surrender to surprise. Surrender to the possibility that your life has been a preparation, a quiet training ground for a harvest you could not yet imagine. God says everything hidden will be turned into light. The countdown has already begun. You might be expecting the story to be tidy, wrapped in explanations and receipts. The divine script seldom cares for tidy when it knows a soul is ready for expansion. Expect drama, yes, expect emotion, but also expect a softness that heals. The letter will call your name like a bell calling a city to gather. It will demand your attention because what it carries requires consent. Open it as you would open your hands to receive rain, without greed, without fear, with reverence and humility. Don't skip.
Stay till the end. Sometimes people mistake inheritance for entitlement, and entitlement becomes a thorn that pricks.
This inheritance is not a reward for pride nor a punishment for humility. It is a recognition of the suffering you bore silently, of the prayers you whispered in the dark, of the secret kindnesses you offered without applause. The angels have recorded each small mercy and have folded them into the margin of your destiny. Your name was written beside this promise as if by a gentle scribe whose ink never fades. God says, this is your confirmation. Hear this. There will be names on that paper that you thought were impossible to reconcile with your life. There will be relationships, some healed, some exposed, that the letter will ask you to face. Not everything that arrives is comfortable. Not every gift is painless. Some inheritance demands that you forgive, that you relinquish an old title in exchange for a truer name. The angels know this is hard, and so do I, and so does the God who loves you. The pain that lingers will be transmuted into purpose. Don't skip, you may ask. Will this change everything? Yes, some things forever, others gently. Wealth can fix a roof, and it can also rearrange a heart. Recognition can close certain chapters and open others you did not even know you had. The ultimate inheritance is the opening of your destiny wheel, the ability to step into a role you were meant to play. The letter is the key. Open it slowly, read each line like a prayer, and let the truth settle. Stay till the end. Remember the nights when you whispered to the dark and thought nothing heard you but the moon? Those nights were not wasted. They were stitches in a garment that today will fit you. The angels say you were in the making. Your becoming was slow because it needed to be thorough. This letter is not a sudden plucking of fruit from an unripe tree. It is a harvesting of what has been steadily ripening beneath the care of divine hands. Don't skip. There will be skeptics who say the timing is wrong, who cannot conceive of surprise blessings that do not fit their arithmetic. Bless them and move on. The mathematics of heaven are different, unfathomable to some, plain to those who have faith as small as a mustard seed and patient as an ocean. Your inheritance will not be subject to human timetables alone. The countdown has already begun. God says, I am making a way where there has been no way. Do not allow fear to dictate your response when the letter arrives. Fear will tempt you to hide, to question, to assume strings attached. Yet the angels sing a counter melody, receive in the posture of gratitude, and discern with the wisdom of the quiet heart. There will be clauses, yes, legal words that require counsel and prudent steps. Seek wise hands. Do not leap recklessly. The divine gives, but it also invites responsibility. Your name was written beside this promise with the seal of trust. Don't skip, there is more. The letter will also speak to your lineage. I do not only mean your bloodline, though that is included, but also the line of those who will come after you. Children you will nourish not only with food but with possibility. Imagine a river finally finding a deep channel after years of hesitant trickling. The currents will change, and what was once barely enough will widen into abundance. This inheritance is generational. It is the rewriting of a family song. God says, I am returning what was stolen and multiplying it. Stay till the end. You will meet resistance, old family disputes, dry legal offices, people who guard what they had and who fear your receiving. There will be tests, delays that feel cruel, and decisions that weigh heavy. The angels do not promise a painless procession, only a guided one. Where there is resistance, there will also be a revelation, a name, a witness, a record that surfaces at just the right moment. Trust those who walk with integrity and let the divine timing carry you. Don't skip. Feel now the warmth of a light that is neither harsh nor faint, a light that comes from within and without at once. This is the light of alignment, the moment when your will, your giftings, and your appointment agree. The letter is a map pointing to that alignment. It will not simply deposit riches at your feet. It will invite you into a rhythm, work, stewardship, mercy that honors the source of the blessing. God says this is your confirmation. The countdown has already begun. I speak to the parts of you that have been ashamed small, or convinced that you should be grateful for crumbs. The heavenly voice says, "Rise, no more crumbs. Receive the fullness of the blessing that belongs to you." You are not being rewarded for neglecting yourself. You are being restored because it is time. The angels line the edges of your grief with golden thread and say, "Mend." Your name was written beside this promise with hope for your healing as much as for your prosperity. Don't skip. There will be a blush moment, an instant when the paper unfolds in your hands and the truth reveals itself so plainly you will laugh and weep at once. The blush will come because you will see both the human and the holy in the same breath. A family member who is also a steward, a stranger who turns out to be the bearer, a signature that carries forgiveness. That blush is the crescendo of destiny aligning with history. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Do not be surprised if, upon reading, you feel memory unlocked. Faces, conversations, moments that previously seemed random will snap into clarity. The angels have been archiving your life's hints in a locker of providence, and the key is in your hands. The letter will make you a witness to your own life in a way you never were before. You will understand why certain doors closed and why certain people drifted away. Every broken thing has a purpose in the large architecture of your grace. God says, "I will make beauty from this." When the world asks for proof, let your life be the proof. Do not parade what is given to you like a banner. Let it be a testimony that invites others to hope. Stewards bear more than receipts. They bear vision, wisdom, and generosity. Your inheritance will enlarge your capacity to bless. And this is the measure you must keep: how much light you release into the world, how many hands you raise, how many names you remember when your table grows. Your name was written beside this promise because you will be a faithful keeper. Don't skip. You may wonder about the who sent it. You won't believe who sent it, because sometimes the sender is wrapped in unexpected combinations of love and accountability. It could be a distant relative with a repentant heart. It could be an institution recognizing a truth that was long suppressed. It could be a stranger who holds a secret, who is finally compelled to right a wrong. Or perhaps, wonder of wonders, the sender is someone from a lineage you thought lost. The angels smile at the delicious surprise of it all because heaven delights in exceeding expectation. Stay till the end, and if your mind whispers that you must earn it more, hush that voice with the knowledge that grace precedes merit. You have not been passed over because you were unworthy. You have been prepared. Many are called, but not all are ready to steward. Readiness is not perfection. It is the willingness to say yes, to learn, to be shaped. When you see the name and the amount and the clauses, respond with clarity and humility. Hold to wisdom, but hold more to gratitude. God says you are called to more than taking. You're called to giving. Don't skip. There are practicalities to attend to. Lawyers, signatures, banks that ask for documents as if that paperwork is the final word. It is not. Paperwork is the language of earth. Blessing is the language of heaven. Use the paperwork well. Use counsel well. But let no bureaucratic chill steal the warmth from your bones. The angels will buffer the cold with small, surprising kindnesses. A clerk who remembers, a file found in a dusty box, a witness who steps forward. Trust in helpers. Your name was written beside this promise in invisible ink called Providence. The countdown has already begun. Some of you will receive this letter at a threshold, just before a wedding, a birth, a move, a long-awaited reconciliation. Some of you will find it after a funeral, when grief is raw and the world feels emptied. It will come as a strange and merciful restoration. Timing is not random. Timing is the hand of God arranging a symphony. Do not try to tidy its cadence. Let it play. When you read the sender's name, your breath will catch and you'll know. This is the note that changes the whole song. Stay till the end. Listen. When you open that envelope, say a small prayer aloud. Plant words like seeds. I receive with gratitude. I will steward well. I will be faithful. Speak them as a covenant with yourself and with heaven. The angels are listening. Your words will be a kind of altar upon which this new thing is consecrated. Then move forward with practical steps. Do not hide under the mantle of surprise. Act with integrity and promptness. The world will test the durability of your new blessing, but your faith will be the hinge that holds the door open. Don't skip. There is a part of this inheritance that is a tender mercy for your inner child, the restoration of belief that the world can be generous to you. Allow that child to dance, to turn cartwheels in the house of your heart. This is not childishness. It is recognition that joy heals. The angels will laugh with you in secret rooms. God says, let joy be your garment. The countdown has already begun. Know also that you are not alone. Across the unseen plane, your ancestors are rising to meet this moment. Those who prayed and sowed and wished but could not taste the fruit. Their gratitude becomes your garment. Their unfinished prayers are woven into the margins of the letter so that you might finish the song. Receive this inheritance not as a solitary prize, but as the answer to a lineage's long calling. Your name was written beside this promise because of many who came before. Don't skip. When you step forward to claim, expect a refining. Not everything will remain the same. Some relationships will grow firmer. Others will thin and fall away like leaves in a gentle wind. Bless those who leave and bless those who stay. Your expansion will demand new boundaries and holy guards. Build them with compassion and firmness. The angels will stand sentinel with you, teaching you how to say no to exploitation and yes to holiness. Stay till the end. There will be a moment, and you will know it, when you look at that paper and the world rearranges itself. The corners of your present life will tilt as if someone turned a painting to catch the light. Do not be frightened by the tilt. It is revealing a hidden depth. Trust that what appears to be a sudden upending is actually a gentle aligning. God says, I am making the crooked places straight. The countdown has already begun. Receive counsel, yes, but do not let counsel drown the voice within you that first felt the stirrings of this promise. Sometimes the wisest answer is the small instinct that says yes to a path that logic cannot yet explain. Anchored in prayer, take wise steps. The angels will provide opportunities to test the clarity of your heart, small choices that reveal how you will steward the largeness coming. Choose generosity, choose clarity, choose humility. Don't skip. And oh, the way your chest will expand when gratitude moves through you. This is no ordinary breath. This is the inhale of a new covenant. Say thank you in ways that matter. To the one who orchestrates, to helpers who facilitated, to those who believed when you did not. Gratitude is not passive. It is the currency that invites more. Your name was written beside this promise because gratitude will be its steward. Stay till the end. Before you take the final breath of doubt, remember that this message is not just about what is coming, but about who you become because of it. Wealth without character is a brittle thing. Blessing without stewardship is a story left unfinished. The letter will call you to be both tender and wise. Let it change the posture of your heart so that you may be generous, humble, and brave. God says, walk in the fullness of this calling. You may still ask, in the quiet pocket of your nervousness, am I ready? The answer arrives in the quiet. You are being made ready. The readiness is not always comfortable, but it is faithful. Keep your hands open. Keep your eyes soft. Keep your steps steady. The angels are charting safe passages, and the unseen chorus sings over your life. Your name was written beside this promise in letters of mercy. Don't skip. And so when the envelope reaches your hands, when your fingers tremble with the weight of what is written, place your palm over the paper and breathe. Allow the world to witness your intake and then the exhale that releases it into rightful stewardship. Smile at the audacity of grace. Laugh at the beautiful ways life collapses and rearranges into something truer. Remember to be kind to yourself in the days to come. Miracles require adjustment. The countdown has already begun. Finally, my beloved, this is your confirmation. Something huge is waiting for you, and the hand that sends it is sure. Do not squander this moment in petty fears or hurried choices. Receive the letter as the heaven-sent map it is. Bless those who stand with you and be merciful to those who do not understand. Walk forward as one who knows that destiny can be tender and insistently generous all at once. God says, I am with you. I have written your name beside this promise. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Now rise, my chosen one, and prepare your heart for the blow of wonder that will come. Let the angels line your edges with courage and the old ones with song. When you read the name of the sender, allow surprise and forgiveness to meet. When you see the sum, allow gratitude and responsibility to clasp hands. Open slowly, open bravely, open in the presence of heaven and earth. Share this message when you feel the nudge. Comment your truth beneath this telling. Subscribe for more divine revelations. The inheritance is on its way. Receive it, steward it, bless with it, and remember, your name was written beside this promise long before you could imagine the blessing you now hold. Do you feel the hush that follows a great inhale? Hear it now, the quiet before the world rearranges itself. Don't skip, because this hush is pregnant with meaning. It holds the shape of the next season and is waiting for your permission to break into song. Stay till the end, for the next lines are the gentle hammering that fastens heaven's promise into the hinge of your life. Something huge is waiting for you, and it enters not with a trumpet alone, but with a whisper that grows into thunder. There is a tenderness here you have not expected. The angels do not always shout. Often they kneel. They bring a tenderness that teaches you how to receive without armor, how to be open without dissolving. When the letter arrives, let your first response be a breath of gratitude that loosens old knots in your chest. God says, receive the tenderness. It was prepared long before you asked. Your name was written beside this promise with ink warmed by mercy. Don't skip. Listen to the cadence of your own heart as the story unfolds. It will speak in a language older than worry, an ancient dialect of courage. Each beat is a footstep toward the doorway you will soon cross. The angels count them with you. They step in rhythm when you move. Do not hurry the process, nor pretend you are not afraid. Fear and faith can walk together for a season if faith holds the lamp. Stay till the end. The countdown has already begun. You will notice small confirmations, coincidences that make you stop and smile like a child who recognizes a sunrise. A song on the radio will catch you at an elevator. A stranger's compliment will arrive at a moment of self-doubt. A long-forgotten file will surface from a stack you thought lost. These are not mere happenings. They are tiny stamps in the passport of providence. Angels say, collect these stamps, for they will prove the map. Don't skip. There are also sacred responsibilities folded into this gift, threads that attach the blessing to your character. When the envelope opens, you are not only invited to receive, but to become the kind of person who can hold the weight of what comes. This is part of the test and the tenderness. Can you be wealthy without hardening, honored without losing humility, powerful without becoming unkind? God says, I will help you learn. Your name was written beside this promise as a call to growth. Stay till the end. Imagine the letter as a seed held in the palm of your hand. It is small but alive. Plant it in the soil of prayer. Water it with wise counsel. Protect it from the storms of pride and fear. The angels will become gardeners, and you will become a careful steward. Watch as shoots of possibility break through the dirt of doubt. Watch as roots claim the future with quiet insistence. Don't skip. Not every voice around you will understand. Some will whisper, you are dreaming, and others will murmur, this cannot be for you. Bless them anyway, and let them go about their smaller stories. Your story is being written on a larger scroll, in a hand that is patient and persistent. The divine ink does not run when storms come. God says, hold fast to the vision I have placed within you. Your name was written beside this promise with an everlasting mark. Don't skip. There will be textures in the days ahead. Soft moments of private laughter, awkward conversations that must be had, nights where you kneel and answer the questions your future asks you. Each texture shapes you into a worthy vessel. Each moment is a patient artisan's stroke painting a new face upon your destiny. Angels hum encouragement into the quiet creases of your life. They remind you that beauty is created over time, not snatched in impatience. Stay till the end. When you open the letter, let your first act be to say the truth out loud. I accept. I will steward. I will love. These spoken words are not mere noise. They are a covenant that sets angels in motion and aligns earthly helpers. The spoken covenant is a door with hinges of sound. Walk through it deliberately. God says your words matter. Your name was written beside this promise because you will speak it into being. Don't skip. Do not confuse speed with readiness. Many blessings arrive slowly because they must be woven into the fabric of your life without tearing it. Some parts of you will need to be soothed. Other parts will be asked to rise. Expect changes in rhythm, less frantic, more intentional. The angels will teach you how to schedule time for gratitude, for counsel, for silence. They will teach you the holy art of asking for help and the brave grace of receiving it. Stay till the end. You will meet joy that is loud and joy that is a quiet settling, like the deep satisfaction after a long day's work. Both are holy. Celebrate wildly when the moment feels jubilant. Sit quietly when the moment requires sober gratitude. Let your heart learn the balance between jubilation and generosity. God says rejoice, but remember to return a portion of joy to others. Your name was written beside this promise as one who will multiply blessing. Don't skip. Remember to write down what you receive: dates, names, conversations, moments of clarity. Keep a journal of the unfolding so that in years to come you can look back and trace the invisible thread of providence. The angels keep records. You should too. Record both the miracles and the small mercies, for faith grows when rooted in memory. Angels say, memory sustains gratitude. Your name was written beside this promise as a steward of remembrance. Stay till the end. As you claim, be prepared to give. This inheritance was not meant to be hoarded, but to be a river, deep, wide, and life-giving. Consider where you will seed your first acts of generosity. Who will you lift? Which dreams will you plant? The measure of your blessing is not in the numbers, but in the lives you touch and the hope you multiply. God says, bless and be blessed. Your name was written beside this promise because you will bend toward others. Don't skip. There will be days when doubt sneaks in, wearing the coat of realism and the hat of practicality. Do not be ashamed of reasonable caution. Marry it to faith. Fear that paralyzes is different from caution that protects. Discernment will be your compass. Seek counsel from those who love truth and pray for clarity that clears fog. The angels will bring a quiet conviction that lands like a dove on your shoulder when you make wise choices. Stay till the end. There is also the matter of legacy, what you will leave behind in hearts, not only in ledgers. The letter will give you materials to build with, but the building you create will be remembered for the kindness you show, the doors you open, the dignity you restore. Let legacy be more about people than possessions. Teach your children, biological or chosen, the language of stewardship and the habit of praise. God says, let your life be a blessing that outlives you. Your name was written beside this promise for generations. Don't skip. When the world sees your change, let it be an invitation, not an arrogance. Let others wonder and come. Your transformation should be like a lantern, bright enough to guide, gentle enough not to blind. Step into visibility with humility. Step into leadership with tenderness. The angels will coach you in the manners of influence, soft speech, fierce integrity, compassionate courage. Your name was written beside this promise because you will lead with light. Stay till the end. If you're tempted to rush back to old patterns of scarcity, refuse. Scarcity is a habit. Abundance is a new discipline. Practice generosity when you feel like holding back. Choose faith when doubt wants to tighten your fist. Over time, the new habit becomes the new nature. Angels cheer at each small act of faithfulness. They catalogue them as proof of your readiness. God says, I delight in your small yeses. Don't skip. There will be sacred surprises, gifts that are not money per se, but appointments, doors, songs that find your lips, ideas that stitch communities together. Blessings like these are the currency of eternity. Keep your eyes open for non-monetary inheritances. Sometimes a workshop, a word of introduction, a single prayer from a stranger will compound into life-altering fruit. Your name was written beside this promise because heaven values both coin and calling. Stay till the end. As the days unfold, remember to rest. Rest is not laziness. It is sacred strategy. Sleep is a sacrament that prepares you to steward well. When you are weary, the angels will rock the cradle of your resolve until strength returns. Take Sabbath perhaps in new ways, a silence, a walk, a day of simple pleasure. In rest, your next creative decisions will find clarity. God says rest renews blessing. Your name was written beside this promise with the blessing of renewal. Don't skip. When conflicts arise, and some will, face them with both firmness and mercy. Not everyone will greet your change with applause. Some will want to bargain, some will attempt to diminish, and some will simply be afraid. You are not responsible for their fear. You are responsible for how you respond. Let your responses be measured by prayer, counsel, and truth. Angels stand close in these heated rooms, whispering wisdom and cooling tempers. Your name was written beside this promise because you will steward well. Stay till the end. Let the gift change the architecture of your life in ways that matter. More time for those you love. Repair where there is brokenness. support where there is fragility. Let it fund dreams beyond your own, give space for art and rest and the small, holy experiments of the heart. Use what you receive to cultivate a life that reflects heaven's abundance, generous, beautiful, intentional. God says, build a table where many can eat. Don't skip. Finally, when you think you have understood the gift, prepare for greater layers. Blessings come in seasons, and each season peels back another sheet to reveal further depth. This letter is the opening of a larger book. Today you read chapter 1. Be patient with the unfolding, curious about the growth, and brave about the changes. The angels hum a lullaby and a marching song at the same time. Rest and go. Your name was written beside this promise in letters that will carry you through every chapter. The countdown has already begun. Now, beloved, take this message into the quiet of your place. Sit with the breath in your lungs, feel the thrum beneath your ribs, and let this truth sink into bone. Something huge is waiting for you. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Open with courage. Steward with love. Live with generosity. Share this message when you are moved to do so. Comment your truth beneath this telling and tell us what the letter brought you. Subscribe for more divine revelations. The heavens are leaning in. Receive what is rightly yours and be the blessing you were made to be. Do you hear the hush settling like a shawl? It is the world holding its breath with you. Don't skip, for this hush is not emptiness but a pregnant promise waiting to be named. Stay till the end, because there are still tender instructions the angels press into my hands to give you. Small, sacred nudges that will keep your feet steady on the path of what is coming. Something huge is waiting for you, and the way you move now will shape how gently it arrives. When the letter lands, remember to look for the little signs that confirm its authenticity, a corroborating name, a voice that remembers details only the heart would know, a chronology that fits the true story of you. These confirmations are the angels' bookmarks. Do not be ashamed to ask for clarity. Asking is an act of stewardship, not doubt. God says clarity honors the gift. Your name was written beside this promise because you will steward with wisdom, not with haste. Don't skip. There will be a quiet recalibration in your soul, a recentering that reorganizes your priorities. The things that once seemed urgent will fall away like old maps that no longer guide. The things that matter, faithful relationships, truth-telling, time spent in the presence of beauty, will reignite and take up space. You will find yourself making room for new rhythms. Enough prayer to steady decision, enough silence to hear counsel, enough play to remind your heart why it delights. Stay till the end. The countdown has already begun. Expect also a refining of your language. You will speak differently about provision and purpose. You will tell your children, your friends, your neighbor, not merely that you are better off, but that you have been entrusted. Your words will become small acts of teaching. You will translate blessing into habit and habit into legacy. Angels nod when they hear your tongue speak generosity. God says, let your speech be the first pavement of the road you build for others. Your name was written beside this promise because your voice will be a doorway. Don't skip. There will be moments when you must choose between ease and integrity. Money and title tempt the quick route, the shortcut that nevertheless corrodes the soul. Choose the opposite. Choose the hard and holy path that leaves your hands clean and your conscience quiet. The angels will give you the courage to decline what diminishes and to pursue what dignifies. If tempted to hide or hoard, remember this: abundance multiplies when it flows. Stay till the end. You will be surprised by the allies who appear. People who introduce you to new circles. Mentors who give 2 sentences that change your trajectory. Friends who loan not only money, but also faith. Keep your heart humble before these helpers. Learn their languages of experience and pay them back with gratitude and excellence. God says, the helpers are part of my provision. Your name was written beside this promise because you will honor those who walk with you. Don't skip. Hold on to ritual. Do things that mark the passage. Light a candle to commemorate the moment you opened the letter. Write a prayer of thanks that you read each morning. Set aside a visible ledger for giving. Ritual helps the soul remember and the body align. The angels celebrate your small ceremonies and they bless the discipline of memory. When you forget to be thankful, the ritual will remind you. Stay till the end. There will also be a call to imagination. With resources comes the ability to dream larger dreams, some practical, some whimsical, some audacious. Allow your imagination to be guided by wisdom. Draft plans, but allow space for heavenly detours. The angels love a well-planned imagination because it partners with action. Your name was written beside this promise because creative faith will be the engine of your stewardship. Don't skip. Be mindful of the inner critics that try to erode your joy. They will speak in the voice of prudence, but in service of fear. When those critics come, bring them into the light. Ask them direct questions. What do you protect me from? What do you cost me? Let prayer and counsel answer. The angels will stand at the edges of your thinking and pluck away the lies that root in smallness. God says, I will perfect what concerns you. Your name was written beside this promise because courage will outvote fear. Stay till the end. There will be a sacred economy that asks more than just financial return. It will ask for your attention, your presence, your willingness to be vulnerable. People who need healing will come near you. Some will ask for resources, others for mentorship, others for simply the gift of being seen. Offer what you can with discernment, and do not mistake availability for endless reserve. The angels will teach you how to protect your inner life even as you give outwardly. Don't skip. Practice the art of slow celebration. Make a habit of turning milestones into feasts, small meals with chosen friends, a day of silence, a walk to the place where you first dreamed. Celebrate in ways that deepen gratitude rather than merely amplify status. Joy that is cultivated slowly roots more surely. The angels dance in these small gatherings. They are delighted by the humility of shared bread. God says, taste and know that I am good. Your name was written beside this promise because you will remember to rejoice. Stay till the end. You will find that the letter not only changes your bank account, but also rearranges your calendar. Appointments of purpose will come, meetings that lead to ministries, calls that become collaborations, invitations that unlock capacities you had not yet exercised. Protect the time for reflection amidst the busyness. Let the angels remind you to pause and listen before accepting every good offer. The world will have many bright things to catch your attention. Choose the ones that keep your soul steady. Don't skip. Beware also of the temptation to perform. With visibility comes applause and the urge to present a polished self. Remember that authenticity is rarer and more valuable than any performance. Let the inward life guide the outward acclaim. When praise comes, let it be a platform for gratitude, not a throne for entitlement. The angels rejoice when you remain teachable. God says humility magnifies the blessing. Your name was written beside this promise because true greatness in heaven's eyes is gentle. Stay till the end. Teach those who will follow you how to handle blessing. The first lessons of stewardship you give will shape their instincts. Model transparency, invite accountability, create practices of giving that become family rights. These lessons will echo longer than any check you write. The angels archive these patterns as seeds that will flower in generations you may never see. Don't skip. As obstacles come, and they will, remember that obstacles are often the sculptor's chisel. Resist the urge to curse delays. Instead, ask the angels what they are shaping. Sometimes a closed door redirects you to a room where the real work will be done. Trust these detours as part of the divine design. God says not every no is a denial. Some are reroutes. Your name was written beside this promise because you will learn to read the map of pauses. Stay till the end, and when fear asks if you will lose everything, answer with the truth you know deep down. Whatever is given can be stewarded, and what is taken is often a test of the heart. Practice gratitude not as denial but as armor. Gratitude will not prevent trials, but it will transform them into seasons of education rather than ruin. The angels will sit with you in your nights of worry and sing you into steadiness. Don't skip. Now listen carefully. The most radiant part of this entire unfolding is not what comes to you, but what comes through you. The inheritance is a passing. It is a river that begins in your hand and finds 1,000 tributaries through your choices. Choose to let it water dry fields. Choose to sponsor songs, lift voices, build places where dignity can be restored. Angels bend low when hands move to heal. Your name was written beside this promise for this holy commission. Stay till the end. As the minutes and days stretch after the opening of the envelope, cultivate the habit of checking back. Look at your ledger of gratitude monthly. Reassess your priorities, your giving, your guardrails. Ask for correction when you need it. Invite the community you trust to speak into your choices. The angels love the governance of accountability. God says no one flourishes in isolation. Your name was written beside this promise for communal stewardship. Don't skip. And finally, beloved, as the story continues to unroll, keep your heart tethered to wonder. Do not allow the mundane mechanics of transactions and schedules to replace the awe of knowing you were chosen. Keep the song that rose in your chest when you first read the sender's name. Let that song be the soundtrack to every decision. The angels will keep time with you. Heaven will attend each small thanksgiving. Your name was written beside this promise because wonder will guard your gratitude. Stay till the end. Now take a breath in the quiet chamber of your soul and say with the trembling bravery that marks the faithful, I will steward. I will choose love over fear. I will be generous. I will build a table for many. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Share this message when your heart compels you. Comment your truth beneath this telling and tell us what opened when you read the name. Subscribe for more divine revelations. The letter is on its way. Receive it, steward it, and let your life become the echo of heaven's generous voice. Do you feel the hush deepen again? Like a temple door closing softly behind the last of your old assumptions. Don't skip, for this is the sacred pause where the final seal loosens. Stay till the end, because there are still things the angels press into your hands, practical, tender instructions that will carry the miracle from paper into the living room of your days. Something huge is waiting for you, and the way you prepare now will determine not only how it comes, but what it becomes. First, when the envelope opens and the words fall into your lap, breathe as if you are naming the miracle aloud. Let the breath be prayer. Then read slowly as if tasting each letter for its true flavor. Do not allow the roar of excitement to blot out the small print of wisdom. Savor both the promise and the responsibility. Don't skip. The angels are teaching discernment. Celebrate, yes, but also check the facts, consult the wise, and keep your heart steady. There will be an inner chorus, some notes bright with praise, others thin with fear. Let the praise rise like incense. Let fear sit at the feet of prayer and be answered gently. Call 2 or 3 trusted souls into your circle. Let them be ministers of sense and celebration both. You are not made to steward alone. The angels convene councils and they will send you people who carry keys. Open to counsel, but keep your first joy private and holy. Stay till the end. Expect a moment when your hands tremble at a figure, a name, a clause that feels unreal. This trembling is holy. It is the body remembering that grace can also astonish. Do not waste that tremble by explaining it away. Let it wash through you like rain and then stand in the wet, slow and sure. This is a baptism of readiness. God says, this trembling is a sign that your soul is widening to receive. Don't skip. There will be practical steps. Bank forms, signatures, meetings arranged in rooms with air conditioning and polite chairs. Meet them with a heart that knows heaven stands behind the paperwork. Hire counsel if you must. Make lists that are small and honest. Write down the exact sequence of tasks and cross them off like hymns. The angels applaud organized faith. Stay till the end. When old relatives reach out, answer with a voice that is soft but clear. If reconciliation is possible, pursue it. If boundaries are necessary, name them with compassion. Generosity does not require being a doormat. Stewardship requires wisdom and courage. The angels will coach you in the language of firm love. Your name was written beside this promise because you will balance mercy and boundary. Don't skip. Let your first acts of giving be intentional and symbolic. Choose one small project, one neighbor, one child's dream, one local table to lift. Start with something you can see change because visible acts build confidence. Watch as small generosity becomes magnet for larger opportunities. People inspired by your first act will bring unexpected support. This is the sacramental multiplication. Stay till the end. Prepare for astonishment in forms you cannot predict. Perhaps a long-lost relative will call with a story that unlocks a legal proof. Perhaps a former employer will remember a debt of honor and make amends. Perhaps someone you never thanked will appear to hand you a key. These are the delicious tricks of providence. The angels like to surprise you with kindness wrapped in the mundane. Don't skip, there will be an ache too, the ache of letting go. Old identities will fall away like winter coats when spring arrives. You may grieve who you thought you were, the scrappy survivor, the one who made do with scraps. Grieve with dignity, then stand up and try on the new garments of stewardship. Let the angels stitch you a mantle of gentle authority. God says grief is a bridge to new identity. Your name was written beside this promise because you will cross it courageously. Stay till the end. Remember to guard your heart against the slow poisons of pride and isolation. Invite accountability, an elder, a peer, a council of friends who can lovingly tell you when your steps falter. Humility is the clearest compass through fame's fog. The angels whisper a rule, measure every yes against the question, will this honor life and dignity? If it will not, decline. Don't skip as you steward. Write letters of gratitude, brief, specific notes to anyone who played a role, no matter how small. Gratitude creates a lineage of memory that spreads like light. The angels will collect those notes and fold them into the book of witnesses. Your name was written beside this promise because gratitude sustains miracles. Stay till the end. Do not be surprised if the first season of abundance is as much about discovery as distribution. You will discover your gifts anew. An old talent will reawaken, a buried calling will burn brighter, a long-forgotten prayer will answer with a sound like a bell. Name these discoveries aloud. Anchor them in action. Plant them with intention. The angels rejoice in your holy experiments. Don't skip. And when nights come, because some nights will, do not measure blessing only by daytime brightness. The moon watches as faithfully as the sun. In quiet hours, rehearse the vows you made when the envelope opened. Repeat them like a litany. I will steward. I will forgive. I will build. I will be faithful. The angels listen and echo back strength. Your name was written beside this promise because you will keep covenant. Stay till the end. There will be critics who fail to understand the work of grace. Bless them and choose not to argue. The measure of your life will be the consistent habit of goodness, not the loudness of your defense. Let your deeds be the clearest sermon. The angels stand with you in silence and in service. Don't skip. At the heart of this unfolding is a call to beauty. Use what you receive to create spaces where wonder is possible. A garden, a seat at a table, a place for music, a room for learning. Beauty is not frivolous. It is a form of worship that teaches people to expect goodness. When children see beauty, they learn to expect more than survival. They learn to hope. Your name was written beside this promise because you will make room for beauty. Stay till the end. Finally, beloved, hear this and hold it like a pulse in your palms. The letter is not the destination. It is the beginning of a way. The true inheritance is the transformation of your heart into a vessel, broad, honest, generous. Let each decision be a stone laid for those who come after you. Let your hands remember the poor, your table remember the lonely, your speech remember the lost. The angels will walk beside you and the heavens will nod approval. Don't skip. Now, as the hush lifts and the world begins to stir with new arrangements, take one last breath and say, I accept this charge. I will steward what is given. I will live generously. I will keep my heart open to wonder. Share this message if it moves you. Comment your truth below and tell us what opened when you read the name. Subscribe for more divine revelations. The letter is at your door. Open it with courage, live with generosity, and remember always, your name was written beside this promise before you were born, and heaven smiles as you step into what has long been yours. Stay till the end. Don't skip. Something huge is waiting for you. Do you feel the sky lean closer now, as if heaven itself is inclining to listen to your next breath? Don't skip, for this is the time when small decisions make loud futures. Stay till the end, because the remaining words are the compass that will steady your hands as you handle what arrives. Something huge is waiting for you, and the way you answer in these quiet moments will become the pattern for every open door thereafter. There will come a morning when you wake with the echo of the letter still warm beneath your tongue, and you will know without anyone telling you that nothing will be quite the same. The angels have been rehearsing kindness in the corridors of your days, so that when you step into new rooms, you will recognize the hospitality of grace. God says, walk into the new with the humility of a learner and the dignity of one chosen. Your name was written beside this promise long before the morning you will read these lines. Don't skip. This change asks for sacred organization, not the sterile order of a ledger only, but the holy arrangement of priorities that protects your soul. Carve time for prayer, for honest counsel, for slow meals, for the small people who love you when your pockets were empty. Make an altar of ordinary things, your breakfast table, a worn chair, a journal where you leave prayers each night. These small altars will anchor you when the winds of change blow loud. The angels keep watch over these altars. They bless the little routines that preserve a generous heart. Stay till the end. Let the letter shape not only what you do, but who you are becoming. Let it be an invitation to enlarge the capacity of your compassion. When wealth or recognition arrives, let it not harden you into self-protection, but soften you into wider tenderness. There is an art to expanding without breaking, to stretch your resources while stretching your mercy. God says strength that does not tenderize is incomplete. Your name was written beside this promise because you will grow brave and kind together. Don't skip. When the world finds out and stories begin to knit themselves around your name, refuse the colors of envy. Refuse the theater of performance. Instead, choose the quiet magnificence of doing small things well. Paying your debts, speaking truth with grace, returning calls, being present. Greatness that is steady wins a long race. The angels applaud the slow and steady hands that choose integrity in public and privacy in celebration. Stay till the end. There will be nights when you must choose which voice to listen to. The one that tells you to protect every coin as if it were your last, or the one that asks you to risk a portion to see life multiply. In those hours, remember the law of holy risk. Courage that is prayed over and counseled is not foolhardy but sacramental. Speak with trusted advisors, then listen to the small voice that first leapt when you saw the sender's name. God says, I honor prayerful risk that enlarges life. Your name was written beside this promise because you will risk for beauty. Don't skip. Expect the unexpected helpers. People whose names you have not yet learned will appear like footnotes in the story of your blessing. A neighbor will introduce you to a banker who believes in human dignity more than margin. A friend of a friend will offer mentorship that rewires your thinking. An office clerk will discover a file that was lost and thus free an old debt. These are the angels in human clothing. Bless them. Your name was written beside this promise, and the world will provide instruments to tune your destiny. Stay till the end. Do not neglect the small debts of the heart. Write letters of apology where they are due. Call the relatives whose silence has been heavy. Tell the truth to the ones you love in ways that free you both. The letter from the world may give you resources, but the letter of reconciliation writes the peace you will pass along. The angels whisper, reconciliation is often the first currency of real inheritance. God says, mend what you can. Don't skip. Remember that stewardship often begins with one simple decision: to bless a single life. Choose one person, young or old, near or far, and become their unexpected keeper for a season. Sponsor a craft class, underwrite a scholarship, pay for a surgery, fund a quiet dream. Watch how this one decision echoes like a bell and calls back more tenderness than you could have planned. The angels delight in dominoes of kindness. Your name was written beside this promise because you will be 1,000 small mercies. Stay till the end. There will be inconvenient tests, moments when charity collides with caution, when generosity meets manipulation. Learn to say no with a face of compassion. Saying no to the wrong request is sometimes a greater yes to the right one. Place guardrails around your time and money as lovingly as you would place a fence around a beloved garden. Angels teach you how to build gates that allow sacred guests in and keep harm out. God says, protect the garden and allow the good to grow. Your name was written beside this promise because you will steward wisely. Don't skip. You are invited into a new language, words of covenant, of benediction, of fiscal holiness. Speak blessings over the people who helped you in small and large ways. Bless the hands that ushered you. Bless the hearts that believed for you. Bless the ones who will inherit from your decisions. These spoken benedictions become spiritual seeds. They travel farther than any check and carry more warmth than any inscription. The angels carry your benedictions like lanterns to light other rooms. Stay till the end. As you reshape life around this new reality, do not abandon tenderness for efficiency. There is a holy slowness that remembers people over profit, relationships over resumes. Set policies that favor dignity. A hiring practice that includes those with non-traditional resumes. A grant-making rule that favors the overlooked. a table that seats the quiet person beside you. The angels note such choices and file them under kingdom economy. God says, "Dignity is currency I honor." Your name was written beside this promise because you will protect human worth. Don't skip. There may be seasons of fierce learning. You will have to become literate in new practices, accountability structures, basic financial literacy, legal navigation, governance. This learning is holy. Approach it with humility and curiosity. Take classes, find mentors, read the books that feel like instruction manuals for a broader life. The angels applaud the student heart that seeks to do well. Your name was written beside this promise because you will grow wise. Stay till the end. And remember that art is a sacred use of abundance. Commission a song, fund a mural, create a space where music can teach hope. Beauty given back to the world is a prayer that echoes for generations. The angels listen for such music and lean closer. God says, "Let beauty speak." Your name was written beside this promise because you will fund more than survival. You will fund wonder. Don't skip. When critics come with sharp words, do not answer with sharper ones. Let silence teach where explanation would fail. Live in such consistent goodness that accusation cannot find purchase. The angels will shield you from much. They will also instruct you to keep your inner life uncluttered by the noise of public thorns. Your name was written beside this promise because you will let virtue be your loudest defense. Stay till the end. Finally, revere the small rituals of gratitude. On the anniversary of the day you opened that envelope, throw a small feast for those who have walked with you. Read aloud the names of helpers, of ancestors, of angels in human form who moved providence. Keep a day where you close the books and simply sing thanks. Let these rituals root the extraordinary into the ordinary rhythm of your life. The angels will dance when you remember to give thanks. God says, gratitude is the ground from which greater blessing grows. Don't skip. Beloved, as you move forward, carry this like a lamp. Your inheritance is not merely about what arrives at your door, but about the widening of your heart to include more. Let every choice be a prayer, every gift a benediction, every step a cadence of service. The heavens have conspired on your behalf. Now conspire with heaven. Open the letter, sign the documents, plant the first seed, and then raise your hands in humble joy. Share this message if it touched you. Comment your truth below and tell us what the letter revealed. Subscribe for more divine revelations. The world awaits your stewardship. Receive it with courage, steward it with love, and let your life become a daily hymn to the goodness that sent it. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Do you feel the air around you change as though a great clock has inched forward? Don't skip, for this slight movement is the gear of destiny catching. Stay till the end, because what follows will teach you how to live inside the blessing without losing the sweetness of your soul. Something huge is waiting for you, and it will ask of you not spectacle, but steadiness, not haste, but holiness. Hear now a quiet instruction from heaven. Name the fear, and then name the promise. Speak both aloud. Let the fear find a voice so it can be held, and let the promise find a voice so it can be believed. When you voice what terrifies you, you no longer carry it alone. When you voice what delights you, you invite angels to rehearse it with you. God says, honesty is a vessel I will fill. Your name was written beside this promise as one who will speak truth to both sorrow and song. Don't skip. There will be a season of testing that feels less like punishment and more like an invitation to refine the metal of your heart. Tests will come as questions. Will you give when it is inconvenient? Will you forgive when it hurts? Will you remain humble when applause gathers? Answer these questions with small daily acts of faithfulness. The angels chart your yeses and nos like stars in a sky. They guide you by constellations of character. Stay till the end. The countdown has already begun. You will learn to name what you will not trade for comfort, your integrity, your tenderness, your fidelity to truth. When someone offers you compromise in exchange for ease, say no with a face of kindness. Refusal is sometimes the strongest form of love for yourself and for the ones you will one day serve. Protect your soul as a garden. Plant boundaries like hedges and water them with prayer. God says boundaries are not walls. They are gates for the good. Your name was written beside this promise because you will guard what matters. Don't skip. There will be unglamorous work in the days to come. Forms to fill, receipts to record, schedules to manage. Treat this work as sacred. Make tidy lists and cross them off with gratitude. The angels are delighted by disciplined hands. Order honors blessing. It does not diminish the miracle to place it under wise management. Stay till the end. The countdown has already begun. Expect tenderness to arrive in unexpected places. An old friend with a steady ear. A neighbor who brings soup. A stranger who pays for your coffee and slips a blessing into the change. Providence prefers the small doorways. Look for kindness in the margins of your day. These small mercies are the scaffolding upon which greater things will be built. Your name was written beside this promise because you will notice the littlest hands of heaven. Don't skip. You will also have to wrestle with identity. Who are you when the checks arrive and the congratulations ring? Will you still be the one who listens to the poor, who sits with the lonely, who remembers the names of the overlooked? Let money magnify your compassion rather than shrink it. Practice rituals that root you in humility. Kneel where you first learned to pray. Keep a servant's posture at the table. Call the person who taught you how to be brave and say thank you. Angels bow to humility. Heaven leans into it. Stay till the end. There is power in small, regular acts. A monthly gift to the neighbor in need. A weekly time to mentor. A daily pause to pray for those who will never know your name. These small rhythms add up like footfalls across a long road. The angels record each one as proof of stewardship. The world watches to learn what flourishing looks like. God says, little things repeated become mighty. Your name was written beside this promise because you will master the art of consistent caring. Don't skip. When you find yourself tempted to hoard the blessing, fearing tomorrow's needs, speak aloud a practical plan and then give away a portion of what you feared to keep. This act is both spiritual and tactical. It trains your heart and trains the market of your life. Watch how economy bends when generosity leads. The angels applaud the brave act of immediate giving. Stay till the end. Prepare for public curiosity. People will ask how, when, why. Answer with simple truth and keep sacred details sacred. Let curiosity be satisfied by how you live, not by the minutiae of accounting. The angels will protect your privacy when you choose it. Choose to be opaque about every ledger. Be luminous about the principles you stand by. Justice, mercy, humility. Your name was written beside this promise because you will model a divinely attuned life. Don't skip. You will feel an urge to expand projects that matter to your heart. Perhaps a place of learning, a clinic, a shelter, a school for a craft you love. Dream big, but start with feasibility. Prototype small, test with care, scale with humility. The angels are patient project managers. They help when the vision is both bold and wise. God says, build with prudence and imagination together. Your name was written beside this promise because you will construct not monuments but living communities. Stay till the end. There will be seasons of silence when nothing seems to move, and seasons of sudden opportunity when the whole horizon lights. Neither is permanent. Learn to live faithfully in both. The angels teach resilience by steady rhythms, and the divine teacher sings lullabies of perseverance. When you are tempted to compare your timeline with another's, remember that comparison is a thief of joy. Your own story advances in its own beat, guided by a hand that knows the best time for each unfolding. Don't skip. Be mindful of joy's companions, gratitude and humility. They keep joy from becoming arrogance. Public celebration is a fine thing when it invites others in. Private joy is a holy place when it returns thanks to the source. Let your celebrations be invitations, not ostentations. The angels dance in humble gatherings. God says, let your joy be a net for others. Your name was written beside this promise because you will carry celebration as hospitality. Stay till the end. Teach those around you the language of blessing. When you are able, create apprenticeships, mentoring spaces, scholarships, places where the next generation can learn stewardship as a craft. Value character over credentials. Give opportunity to those whose hearts speak louder than their resumes. The angels will line up to cheer on every new keeper you raise. Your name was written beside this promise because your giving will multiply into training. Don't skip. And oh, beloved, when nights of loneliness come, because richness can isolate as much as it can enrich, call the names of those who love you into the room. Invite people to your table even when the food is simple. Presence is often more nourishing than extravagance. Keep friends who knew you when you were small and who will speak truth when the crowd flatters. The angels remember that companionship is a primary necessity. Your name was written beside this promise because relationships will anchor your blessing.
Stay till the end.
If a season of loss comes after the letter, be it a betrayal, an unexpected expense, or a deep sadness, do not conclude that the blessing was a mistake. Blessing and trial often walk together like teachers and students. Your responses in loss will teach the world more than your rejoicing does. Let the angels teach you resilience. Pray, grieve, and then reach out your hand to steady another. God says, loss reshapes, not destroys, those who remain faithful. Don't skip. There will be moments when you must choose who you become publicly. Some will whisper for spectacle, others will recommend silence. Choose the posture that keeps your soul intact. Public platforms can be tools for great good when wielded with restraint. They can also be traps when used primarily for self. Let your voice be used to uplift the small and to name injustices gently yet firmly. The angels will steady your speech. Your name was written beside this promise because you will use visibility to bless.
Stay till the end.
In the quiet between transactions, write a covenant for yourself, a set of vows that will guide your choices. Promise to consult counsel before major moves, to give a percentage away before you spend, to listen more than you speak, to protect your family's inner life. Sign it with a witness, someone who will hold you accountable, and place it where you can see it often. The angels will nod at such solemn vows. God says agreements with integrity last. Your name was written beside this promise because you will bind yourself with honorable rules. Don't skip. Now, beloved, as this extended whisper draws toward a close, let the final instruction be simple and fierce. Live as though your life is now a resource not just for your comfort, but for the repair of broken things. Let your abundance be a medicine cabinet for the brokenhearted and a bridge for the stranded. Let your table be wider. Let your hands be warmer. Let your voice be steadier. The angels lean close when compassion moves through newly open hands. The countdown has already begun. This is your confirmation. Open the letter when you're steady. Read it with prayer, act with counsel, give with joy, guard with wisdom, rest with gratitude. Share this message if it stirred you. Comment your truth below and tell us how the letter changed you. Subscribe for more divine revelations. Don't skip.
Stay till the end.
Something huge is waiting for you. Receive it, steward it, and let your life become the echo of heaven's generous heart.